Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on August the 6th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. All right, so as usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. In terms of the data that came out, we saw that the PMI numbers here for the US came in quite well. The job reports, though, ADP numbers here expected were 1.2 million, and we only got 167,000. Now, it didn't really dissuade the stock market. Stock market liked the PMI numbers, and of course, we have seen an update on the stock market. So US dollar still getting killed. Coming up here on Thursday, we have Bank of England monetary policy statement. So at this point, if Bank of England talks about negative interest rates, that will have a negative impact on British pound. However, if they maintain the policy as it is, then that would be neutral or bullish for British pound. So we'll keep an eye on that. And coming up also tomorrow, we have Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaking, and then we have RBA monetary policy statement as well. There's also unemployment claims tomorrow, and we'll see how that comes. But Friday will be the main jobs data that we'll see, which will be our non-farm payrolls report. So we'll see how that comes out. For now, though, everything looks bullish in regards to the negotiations between Democrats and Republicans in regards to the package, stimulus package. Those are still ongoing. There were comments saying that the negotiations were proceeding, and some comments saying that they may actually vote early next week. So Congress is supposed to be in session till August the 7th, which is Friday, but doesn't look like they're really close to an agreement at this point. So they may stretch it out over a few days, and if not, if the stimulus package doesn't get passed by then we may start seeing some problems, but chances are it will get passed. All right, so let's take a look at our charts here. Euro dollar looking quite bullish. We see that price went right into that resistance level. And at this point, this is bullish. Next target is 1.200. And one thing we have to keep in mind is this is a major support resistance level. So if you were to go back here, we see this is where price has reacted previously. So actually, let's switch to the weekly view for a second. So this is where we are. This is where price has reacted previously. So this is an important support resistance level here. But it looks like price is back into this area and pushing into this area, which means if it gets through it, we are basically looking for a move to the next level, which is 1.20. And should it get past that, we are likely to see another move higher as well. So for now, our first target is 1.20, and then second target here is 1.2060. And once the price gets through that, just like this one here, price consolidated for a period of time here, and then it just blew through it. So we may see a similar move should the 1.1900 level gets broken. We are then looking for a move higher into 1.20, second target 1.2060, and we could even get another leg like this. So watch out for that, but bullish bias here for euro dollar. The concern, of course, will be that it's into resistance. If it doesn't get through, then we are back into this trading range for now. But right now, it's all bullish. US dollar is getting killed, and it looks like it is going to continue that way. So bullish bias here for euro dollar. Pound dollar here. Pound has been going sideways here for the last several days here. Today's candle closes neutral. There is bullishness in it. So next target here is the high of the range, which is 1.3170. And if it gets through, we're looking at 1.3220. Now, all eyes will be on Bank of England because of the monetary policy statement coming up tomorrow. So keep an eye on this. If Bank of England talks about negative interest rates, like I said, that would be negative. But should they express positive comments or say positive comments in regards to the recovery and the growth for 2020 or 2021, all of that will be positive for British pound, and we're likely to see it go higher in that case. So for now, neutral to bullish bias here for pound dollar. Aussie dollar, this one also looking bullish still. We do have a large pin on the top, prices into resistance, so we have to be careful. It tested the high today, couldn't quite break through it, but if it does now, then we're looking for that move higher. So neutral to bullish bias, but the caution would be if it fails again, then we are looking for this move back down towards 0.7060. So for now, bias is neutral to bullish here for Aussie dollar. And in terms of our target here, the next target is 0.7300, and above that we are looking at 0.7350. So bias is bullish to neutral here for Aussie dollar as well. New Zealand dollar, this one also looking bullish here. So bullish bias here, looking for a move towards the high of the range. This is still range bound at the moment. And next target here is 0.6700, which is the top of the range here. Dollar CAD, nice drop yesterday, still looking bearish. Next target is 1.3200. And once we see a break through that, we are looking at 1.3150. So bearish bias here for dollar CAD. Okay, let's take a look at commodities here. Silver went through that resistance level and almost made it to our next level here. So bias is still bullish. We may get a bit of a pullback here into 26.65 or 26.50. And then I will look for a further move to the upside. We may even get a deeper pullback into 26.20, but it is still looking quite bullish here. And I'm looking for another move higher here. So bias is bullish still for silver. And in terms of our targets here, we have to zoom out and okay, so here we are all the way into the support resistance level from our, this is 2013 here. So next target here is 27.35, and then we're looking at 27.80. So bias here is bullish for silver. Gold here, this also looks bullish, and I would look for a bit of a pullback here, potentially into 2028, and then a further move to the upside, or we may get a deeper pullback into 2020, and then looking for a further move higher here. So bias is bullish here for gold as well. And in terms of our targets, we're looking at 2055 as the first target. And then below that, above that, we have, we are all the way into the highs here. So then I will look at 2080 as the next target after that, and then 2100. So bias here is still bullish for gold. Oil here, oil went through the resistance. This is why Canadian dollar did well today. Now it is into the next support resistance level. We did see a bounce off of that. At this point, it's neutral. There is bullishness in it, but the large pin on top would be concerning. So if it goes through the support level here, basically we're back into the range once again. So neutral to slightly bullish bias here for oil. Now, if it gets through the support resistance level though, then we have plenty of room to the upside into 46.50. but the resistance that it's at is an important resistance level. So if it doesn't go through, like I said, we're basically looking for a move back into the range again. So neutral to slightly bullish bias for oil. Copper here, copper still holding in that range here. It's been stuck in this range for a number of days here. And at this point, it's still neutral. Today's candle closes completely neutral with pins on both sides, small candle body. At this point, I will look for a move back towards 2.90. And then if it holds below, we are back into that range again. So neutral to slightly bullish bias here for copper. Bitcoin here looking quite strong, just like our gold and silver. Bitcoin also going higher. Next target is 11,900. And then once it's through that, we are looking at 12,000 here. So bullish bias for Bitcoin as well at this point. So anything that is basically valued in US dollars is bullish at the moment. So our S&P 500, it did go through this resistance and went right through that gap here. We do see a nice bullish candle close here. So bias is still bullish. Next target here is 33.65. So 33.50 and then 33.65. So bullish bias here for S&P 500. Nasdaq here, Nasdaq hasn't done a whole lot. So we see on a 1 hour, we can see hasn't really made much of a move. So it's still bullish, but it's struggling with that resistance. So if it doesn't go through, I will look for a move back down towards the middle of the range here. So for now, bias is neutral to bullish. And then if it gets through, then we're looking at 11,320 level. So bias is bullish here. So bias is bullish to neutral for NASDAQ. And then we have Dow Jones here. This is looking bullish right into that resistance. And next target here would be 27,500. So bias is bullish here for Dow Jones. DAX here, DAX hasn't been able to make another high here. We see that price went into the resistance, but we have a pin bar here. So this is looking bearish. I will look for a move lower towards 12,500. And then if it doesn't go through, we're back into that range again. But for now, bias is bearish for DAX. First target 12,500, and then we have 12,380. So bearish bias for DAX. FTSE here, FTSE is slightly bullish here. And with this one, there is a bit of a pin on top, but it is still bullish. Next target here would be 61.60, and if it goes through that, 62.20. So bullish bias, but this is not as strong as S&P 500, for example. So bullish to neutral bias here for FTSE. And then we have Nikkei here. Nikkei is looking completely neutral, just like we saw with our DAX. It hasn't been able to break the resistance. So bias here is neutral. And if it fails to move through 22,650, we're basically back into 22,000 then. So for now, bias is neutral here for Nikkei. So that's it. So that's it for today. Have a wonderful trading day, and I'll see you again. Bye for now.
Thanks. See ya.
Okay, bye.